Good afternoon, students. So today we'll discuss about packing materials. So already we have completed different other units. Previously we have completed cosmetics. With this, the remaining part is packing materials. So we'll discuss about that. What is this packaging materials? So it is the different types of packing materials we are using for the packing of the different dosage forms, as well as for the safety and to protect from different types of hazards. We are going for the different containers. With this, different types of packing materials there as per their dosage form. Sometimes for injectables we are using ampoules, vials. For liquid dosage form we are using different types of containers, plastic container, glass container. So like that, so many types of packing materials we are using. For tablet we are using strip packaging, blister packaging. So for that, what type of material we are using. So all these different types of materials we are using for the packaging of different types of dosage forms. So this, let us discuss about generally what are the packaging materials we are using. Generally, three types we are using. For one is containers. Generally, this packaging material we can classify as container, closures, and closure liner. And closure liners. So these are the three types. Generally, we are classifying it. But with this, there are different types of containers. In this container system, different types of materials we are using. Like it may be your glass, it may be your plastic, it may be your metal, or it may be your different types of papers and boards. Like that, closures also may be of different types like cork, plastic, your glass, metal, rubber. Like that, different types of closures we are using. Like that, closure liners also using. Closure liners means which will seal the closure. So let us discuss about containers. So generally, containers means where we are keeping the materials. For suppose for the liquid preparation we are using glass bottles, or for syrups we are using glass bottles or plastic bottles. So like that, let us discuss about what are the materials we are using in the containers. First one. So for the containers, two types of container we can use. One is primary container, another one secondary container. Primary container and secondary container. Primary means in which container the product or the dosage form is directly contact with. That means this container is directly contact with different types of pharmaceutical dosage forms. So that is known as your primary container. Secondary container, what are these? Which will protect the primary container. Also, it will protect the labeling, or it may be protect from different types of hazards. So these are your secondary containers. So let us, what are the materials we are using? So for container, we are using glass. There are different types of glasses there. That already you might have known. Glasses means four types of glasses there. Type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. So type 1 means, type 1 glass means we are telling as it is your borosilicate glass, and these are inert glasses. This type of glasses are inert because it will not react with different types of chemicals. With this also we are using type 2. It is also a soda lime silica glass, and also it's called as soda lime treated glass. Then type 3 glass. Type 3 glass means also soda lime silica glass, but it is contain more amount of bleachable oxides than type 2. And type 3 means that is also called as NP glasses. NP glasses means non-parental glasses. That means these are not suitable for parenterals. So this type of glasses, type 4 glasses, are also contain high amount of alkali substances, and this is also one type of soda lime glass, but not suitable for parenterals. But in this can be used for the capsules, cough syrups, your elixirs, lotions, tablets. This can be used, but not for the parenterals. Now, next material we are using for the container is plastic. So there are different types of plastic materials there. Generally it is your thermosetting. The first classification we can tell, it is your thermosetting. Thermosetting. So in this thermosetting we are using phenol formaldehyde and urea formaldehyde, and next one is thermoplastic. First one thermosettings, second one thermoplastics. So in this we are using polyethylene, then your polypropylene, polystyrene, polycarbonate. So these are the materials, polymeric materials we are using in the plastic. And also we are using PVC, polyvinyl chloride, and also polyamide, or we are telling us nylon, polyamide. So these are the plastic materials we are using for the containers. And also another material we are using, that is your metal. So metal, different types of metals there, like your aluminum, lead, tin, lined materials. So aluminum generally we are using for manufacturing of ointment tubes, containers for tablet capsules, aluminum foils for sachets, for pack of tablets also. Lead also another material. Lead tubes, these are internal lining, that is particularly used for fluoride toothpaste. Tin also we are using to packing of different food materials and pharmaceuticals, eye ointments, and different types of lined metals also we are using. So now let us go for some of the other materials we are using, like your paper and board. Sometimes paper and board are used for the packing, but it is not suitable for liquid dosage forms. It can be used for different types of other types of dosage forms which are solid. Next one is closures. The next part of the packing material is closures. Closure means which will help for the opening and closing of the container, or open close of the container, which will help, that is known as closures. So these are different types of closures there in the classification: non-renewable and renewable. That means it can be renewed. Non-renewable means it cannot be renewed. Renewable means it can be renewed. That means we can use it for a long time. We can reuse it. So it is renewable closures are once again classified into different types, like your plug type closures, cap type closures, and cap type closures also different types there. It can be threaded, screw on, and press on, roll on closures, and different types of pilfer proof closures, log closures, different types of closures there. So these closures are made up of different types of materials, like your cork, plastic, glasses, metals, rubbers, and these are about your closures. Then coming to third one, closure lines. Closure line means it is particularly it is inserted in the closures to give a effective seal, between the container and closure, we are telling as closure liners. So it is with the different types of factors also there which are affecting your containers, like type of product we are using, type of contents, like what type of content dosage, what type of dosage forms there. So that also affecting the product pack. Also protection required, degree of protection required, which type of protection we need. If we need environmental protection, or if you want to protect from light, oxygen, moisture, so for that type different types of packing materials we need to use. Next one, compatibility, then your cost of the package. So these are the factors which are affecting your container closures or packing materials. Then come to quality control test. What are the quality control tests of different types of packing materials? Let us discuss about glass, first one. So for the glass, different types of tests there, like your crossed glass test, powdered glass test. These are particularly for glass materials. Then water container test or water attack test. We can call whole container test or water attack test. Then your different types of evaluation there for plastic materials, for particularly non-injectables, different types there, for injectable different types there. For injectables, like leakage test, collapsibility test, transparency test, and for non-injectables it may be your leakage test, collapsibility test, clarity test, and presence of non-volatile residue. That also we are going for different types of tests for the plastic. Also we are going for residue on ignition, biological test. So these are the tests we are going for different types of plastic containers. Then coming to evaluation of metallic container, it depends upon particle size range. Which type of particle size range they are using. If it is eye ointment, the testing procedure is different. Then coming to the rubber closures. If you are using a rubber closure, generally rubbers are used for as closures. There is different types of quality control evaluation tests there. We are going for test for pH of the sample solution, then test for water extractive, test for your self-sealing ability, test for reducing substance, test for compatibility, test for heavy metals. So these are the tests we are going for packing materials. Also sometimes we are going for test of biological response. Sometimes the packing material we are using, rubber we are using, that may dissolve in the solvent. So that is also how the biological response we are getting, how it is changing the biological response, that also will be tested. So for that, rabbits we are using for the biological response, and that is particularly for injectable. Okay, so these are the tests we are conducting for packaging materials, and notes also shared to some of the students. Complete book is given with question and answers. You can collect it from your friends and be ready for the exams, and whatever the doubt you can ask me freely. Thank you.